new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. Here's your host. The new Black.
Great. There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. You know what it is? It's probably me trying this new green screen stuff. But anyway, good morning to you, beautiful people. All right, man. New Black Wall Street Money and Power Show bringing you guys crypto in the morning. And what a morning it is in crypto. Nonetheless, man, I want to take some time here today. I don't normally stream live or publicly live on Saturdays. That's for our club or for our group. But, I decided to do it today just to let you guys know some of the stuff that we do. This is my starting from scratch series. So basically, what I do, a part of what I do is just try to, look at what I would be doing now if I was starting all over again. And for those that don't know, I've been blessed, fortunate, lucky, whatever, enough to grow my account from 3 figures to 6 figures in the crypto space. And so I said, you know what, this year, or as we move into 2022, it's a lot of people just getting started. And I said, well, let me do a series of what I would be doing next. So each and every week I do a live on my starting from scratch series, and that is today, which is Saturday, starting from scratch. So, but that's kind of what we do. Anyway, I'm your host, ERGJ, certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, the Black Bazaar, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. And I just want to welcome you guys to Money and Power Show for crypto in the morning. Now, for anybody that's that's following crypto at all, or you got a Coinbase account, some type of account, you probably got a whole bunch of alerts when you woke up. If you or you are already up. Some people don't sleep at night. That's just what it is. And so, man, there's so much opportunity out there. But because there's so much opportunity, I figured it would make sense to kind of talk about what that really looks like for individuals. And I'm gonna share with you guys some I guess you could say some conversations and things that I have had and how I kind of help people. The thing for me is about building a portfolio based upon who you are, right? And that also means, to me, it means investing in that which I understand. Everybody put in the comments, so invest in what you understand. Many of you simply still have, and I get it. I come from the mentality of just get it how I live it, and you will literally just put your money into a place that you don't understand. And the problem with that is you might get lucky and win, but you also don't know when to get out. You're in a space that you don't understand. You don't know when to get out, and so you're stuck like Chuck if the market should do what it has done overnight, which is basically drop 16%, right? So, but for those that are investing in things they understand, they can say, okay, well, it's down 16%. You know what I'm saying? What are some positions that I understand and I believe in? And now I can begin to move in that area because I already understand. So here's kind of how this works. And I'm just going to be talking to you guys. Of course, this is an AMA where you can ask me anything. But here's kind of how I look at it. Right. So while the market is doing well and while everybody's feeling happy and they're excited about their portfolio and the progress that it's making, guess what I'm doing? I am studying new positions. I'm adding things to my watch list because I understand cycles. Everybody put in console cycles. I understand cycles. I know that at some point in time, it can't go up forever. It's got to, there's got to be a pullback, whether that's artificially manipulated, whether that's natural or not. And then I can also look at the drop, so to speak, and see if that's a natural drop, right? So what's natural? Natural is like a roller coaster, right? You go up the roller coaster, and then you come down the roller coaster, and then you go up the roller coaster, and then you come down. Like, that's natural, right? And then for this particular asset class, it's going on a roller coaster, but it's typically going up. But when we have a free fall, kind of sort of like we have, that's not a natural roller coaster. That's me going up and then all of a sudden just dropping down. And so I can say, well, that's not natural for that to happen like that. That's a natural curve. And so let me see what's on my watch list. Now, let me ask this question. How many of you guys actually have a crypto watch list? This is why this is so valuable, because I don't have to think. I don't have to worry. I can just say, here's what's on my watch list. Here's what I value most. And here's the positions that I'm going to take without having to think about it. Why? Because I've already studied. I've already added things to my watch list. I already understand some things that I want to get. I'm not fishing for new stuff. I'm just basically recycling what I already do. And this is what's been successful for me. This is what has worked for me. Now, I do crypto consultations. And so I talk to quite a few people all the time. Matter of fact, next week I got Thursday and Friday open to help you to develop a strategy for you. It's that your strategy, my strategy may not work for you and your strategy, right? And your strategy might not work for somebody else. This is all individual investing, right? This is individual stuff. So I want to help you tailor it to you. So I was talking to a sister earlier today, right? And so she's diving into the metaverse. And she just recently bought her first NFT. Congratulations to that sister. And she was buying NFTs for her children. And so when I was talking to her about, well, hey, let's look at what may be of interest to you. I was like, hey, it makes sense. Like, you're on OpenSea. So in order for you to actually buy an NFT, you're going to need Ethereum, right? So it makes sense for you to invest in Ethereum because you're going to need it anyway. And right now it's on sale. So she was telling me, she said, well, yeah, I waited until this big drop that took place overnight, and I bought Ethereum on sale, and then I could go use that Ethereum to go buy my NFT. I said, that's a wise woman of wealth right there. So then as we kept talking, I said, well, you have Ethereum, but now on OpenSea is an NFT marketplace. There are some NFTs that you can buy that they're utilizing Matic or Polygon in order to do this transaction. So I said, well, it makes sense for you to also have Matic in your portfolio, because as you are diving into the NFT space, you're going to need Ethereum and you're going to need Matic. So why not also invest in that which you're using anyway? She said, oh, that makes sense. And then as we kept talking, I said, well, you're in the metaverse. That's something that you're interested in. You got these NFTs for your children to be in the metaverse with these NFTs. Your Mana is the number one, metaverse coin or project. It makes sense for you to invest in Mana too. So it made sense to her because she said, I'm using this stuff anyway. And this stuff went on sale. And I kind of have to have it anyway. So this might as well be some of the spaces that I invest. So, and this goes the same thing. I did the same thing with stocks. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it's all about use, in my opinion, right? Over in the stock world, you got all those Apple devices. Why don't you have Apple stock? You invested in it already. It just made sense to me. So this kind of helps to alleviate what I consider to be most people are chasing money, right? Everybody put in console, don't chase. You don't chase money. You don't need to chase money. It's plenty of opportunity in this space. Plenty of opportunity. There's not going to be one particular position that's going to make you that much wealthier or richer than any other position, unless you just downright chasing. And what happens when you chase? Here's what happens when you chase. So I was talking to a brother yesterday. This was a chasing. He's got some good positions. He's still up. But when we talked about the positions which he's down, he realized he was chasing. So here's what it looks like. Oh, man, Dogecoin is going to the moon. So then we go chase that money after it's already up, 80% or 60%, whatever it's up. And then he talked to me yesterday. He's like, yeah, I'm down in my Dogecoin position. I'm thinking, how is that? Right? And he talked about a couple other positions that he had. And we talked about his losses. That's what we talked about. I didn't talk about his wins. You know what I talked about? His losses. I want to know, why did you lose money? Here's a good question for you. As you look at your portfolio, right? You should ask yourself, you get two questions you might want to ask yourself. Why did I win on some of the stuff that you winning in? But a bigger question is, why did you lose? Because that's the lesson. Everybody put it down. So you either win or you learn. You either win or you learn. So when I start asking, well, why did you lose money in these positions that you have? and we start having that conversation, now he's learning, right? Right? Because you know, when you're winning, it's just like you don't really evaluate that. You don't really like, you know, you feel good about it. You hope it keeps happening. But when you lose, when you got a little pain, when it hurts just a little bit, then you can say, oh, here's what I did wrong, or here's what I learned. Here's what I learned not to do, right? You start learning what not to do. And that's a big part of life, right? That's a big part of college, right? You go to all these classes in college to learn what you don't want to learn, what you don't want to do before you really land on what you do want to do. So a lot of life is what not to do. Okay. So as we talked about some of his, here's some things that he learned. Well, here's some things I pointed out. Number one, you were chasing. Number two, you invested in things that you didn't understand. In other words, someone, somewhere, some YouTube channel, even maybe me, I don't know, had said, hey, this is a good quality investment, or this is a good position, or whatever. And he just aped into that thing without learning about it himself, right? Didn't do his own research, right? And so now he's part of his learning experience is, hey, I might want to do my research. Now, here's the interesting thing. When I pinpointed one of his winning positions and I asked him about this winning position, he pretty much could tell me everything about this position, right? And I was like, well, this is interesting. You know a whole bunch about this position. You know a whole bunch about this project. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to have this much knowledge about every position that you take. That way you can be that knowledgeable about it. And you can feel what? You can invest in what you understand. He can tell me everything about that project. He's been studying that project. He's all into it. He's participating in it. He's got this, he's got that. I'm like, wow, you know a whole bunch about this project. And guess what? He's winning in that project. He's winning in that position. But the stuff that he is losing on, he don't have much to say other than somebody else said that this was a good investment. And I'm just basing my money, my investment off of what they said. Now, here's what I told him. I said, here's the problem with that. If they're wrong, or if you get in late, or whatever the case may be, you can't charge them. You're right. You can't sue them or anything like that for what your decision that you make. It's your money. And you are basically saying, you know what? I'm not going to learn about what I'm going to put my money in. I'm just going to base my decisions off of what someone else says. And that is a bad position to be in, right? Invest in what you understand. Now, here's the deal. I'd rather you be in 4 positions that you understand than to be in 40 positions that you don't understand. Let me say that again for the people in the back. I'd rather you be in 4 positions that you understand than to be in 40 positions that you don't understand. And here's what's happening. I'm seeing, because of a day like today where the market is on sale and you can pretty much just kind of pick what you want, you might just start going all over the place in stuff that you don't understand. And so that's the problem. You're going to spread yourself too thin. Let me give you an example when I say spread yourself too thin. So in this particular case, I think he probably had $4,000 in the market. $4,000 in the market. And he had, I think, 20 positions. I think that's too wide. The reason why I say that's too wide, because you're really only going to have maybe a couple $100 in each one of these positions. I'd rather you have, 4 strong positions of, $500 to $1,000 in a position that you understand, and let them things bang out for you, than to try and spread yourself so thin so that even if that one position hits, that $100 position hits a 50% return, that's only $150. That's only $50 on top of the 100 versus 50% on top of something that you understand. And then now you got $1,000 in that position and it hit another 50%. That's $1,500. So some of you are simply you're just simply trying to get everything, but you don't have enough capital to cover everything. Even I can't buy. Even sitting on a 6-figure account, I can't buy everything I want to buy. So this is how what we used to say, this is the consumer mentality, that your eyes are bigger than your wallet, right? Your eyes are bigger than your wallet, and you bring that philosophy, you bring that perspective from spending more than you earn over here to investing, and you do the same thing. Well, that's why the consultations are valuable. That's why joining a club is pretty valuable, because it helps you to recondition. Everybody put a console transform. It helps you to transform the way which you think. You change the way that you think, you'll change the results. How do you change the way that you think? You got to start listening to different stuff, new stuff, watching new stuff, right? Being around new people. And some of you guys are in the crypto space and you don't have no crypto friends. I don't know how that's going to work for you, right? You're in the crypto space, you don't have no crypto friends. So you're not really able to have crypto conversations. Now, what would that look like if I was trying to be a doctor and I didn't go to law, I didn't go to medical school, I don't have no doctor friends? What does that look like? Am I really going? I mean, I could be successful doctor, right? But am I going to really be the best doctor I could be if I'm not around other doctors and having doctor conversations and speaking in doctor dialogue or doctor lingo? So it's just like that for anything in life, right? It's like, okay, if I'm going to be in real estate, I need to probably go to real estate school, take some real estate classes, start watching some real estate stuff. I mean, my whole programming will change, right? What I watch on TV will probably change. I'll probably start watching, Flip This House or whatever the case may be. I'm going to start, changing what I watch on YouTube, changing what I listen to, changing my circle, right? I'm going to start being around real estate people, because they got real estate information and they're talking real estate lingo, and I'm trying to level up in my thinking. I'm trying to change the way I think so I can be successful in this new arena. Same thing with stocks. I don't care what it is that you choose, right? It's going to be a different circle of people for different things that you might be interested in. That's why you have different groups, right? When you want to go to church, you're going to go to church with church folk and talk church language. You probably pass out in doing worship service. You don't do that stuff at work, right? It's different when you're at work. It's different when you're in crypto. It's different when you're in stocks. Now, some of the concepts are similar, right? Some of the chart reading is similar, right? A lot of things are similar, but they're different. Is that making any sense to anybody? So what I'm trying to say to you is that you must decide, right, how serious you are about any endeavor that you are getting into. And that seriousness will determine or will help you decide or will help you choose who you're going to hang around, right? That's with anything. It's really no different. Now, y'all see those on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Y'all see my green screen. Y'all see my Bitcoin. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I like my new. I said, oh, I got my green screen working now. Oh Lord, I'm in there like swimming. Of course, you're on Instagram, y'all see that. But if you're on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, y'all see me rocking my new green screen. Okay. So anyway, so someone asked, how do you know how long to hold a position? Well, that is chart reading, right? So I would say, someone asked, feel free to ask me a couple questions, guys. I'm not going to be here long, I don't think. What about it? Sure. All-star. So here's the thing, right? So this is a complicated question, right? Because depending on what you believe in and depending on what you own will depend on how long you hold the position. So for example, how long am I holding Bitcoin? Forever, right? I don't care how low it get, how high it get. I don't really care, right? How long am I going to hold Bitcoin? I'm going to hold it forever. Somebody else might decide that they're not going to hold it forever. But there's other things that I might acquire that I already know is a short-term or a shorter-term position for me. So yesterday or this morning when I was shopping, I shopped for my long-term stuff. I shopped for my foundation first, and then I expanded out into more riskier things that I'm just going to wait on the recovery and I'm going to sell, right? Now, when am I going to sell is going to be based upon me looking at the chart, right? So that's chart reading for me. That's something that is going to be learned over time. That's something that I'll start sharing more of But you know, that's really like reading the chart. So you read the charts like you can read the charts like you read Forex. Listen, chart reading is chart reading, right? Forex charts, stock charts, options charts, right? They're really all similar. You know, you should be able to, at the very least, be able to identify be able to identify support and resistance, right? You should be able to do that. That's the very basics. And I don't think that you really need more than basics to really be do well with crypto. I don't think that you need to be an excellent trader to do well with crypto. Here's the thing about trading. 95 to 97% of people are not good traders. So unless you're going to really dedicate your study to becoming one of the 5% of traders that are actually good, and you can actually show you've taken this class and you have been studying and been practicing for years, you're probably not going to be a good trader. I don't necessarily even have to trade at this particular point, nor am I even looking to trade, right? Well, I still trade, quote unquote, but I find solid positions that I believe in, right, that continue to pay me each and every day, so that when we have dips like this, I am not worried because they're still paying me, right? I'm still getting paid. I would only be concerned about a dip like this is if I was selling, because that means I will be selling at a loss, and I don't do that. So I just have to wait on the recovery. I feel like I'm in some pretty solid positions. I believe in what I've invested in, and so I'm willing to what? Be patient. Be patient, right? 1 second. I'm gonna put this order in. Sausage, hash, raisin bread, hash, I don't know, everything. Right? All right, so cool. All right, so again, but see, so for those that's in the BBC, go and put in console hashtag BBC. I put a video up this morning, basically just going through my whole routine of what I was buying today, how I operate. Right, I didn't add any new money. I'm just using my recycled money that I've been sitting on. I've just been sitting there in my stable positions. And that's just kind of, so hopefully you watch that and you get something from that and you see how I operate, right? How am I able to continue to have money keep growing and keep growing and keep growing, even when the market is down, right? I looked at how, money was moving over into Tether. A lot of money was moving over to a lot of activity over in Tether. Tether is a stable position. So although the market is down, that money that been in Tether, or that money that's been in USDC, that money that's been in DAI has been sitting there at its same position, at its same value. Now, when the market goes up, that money that's in that stable position stays at the same value. It's really way more valuable. My stable positions are way more valuable when the market goes down. Why? Because now I can truly go in and buy a dip, right, with money that I've had sitting over here earning 8%, 11%, 12% while I wait, right? Now, I do a show every morning at 7 o'clock, Monday through Friday. I'm doing a show, looking at the market, looking at where we are, sharing with you guys. Here's kind of what this looks like, right? Been sharing it with you. We said, hey, wait till after Thanksgiving. Now, we didn't know, obviously, we couldn't predict that today was going to happen. Why did today happen with Omicron and Fed and all that stuff? But I still have been being patient, right? Some people have $1,000. Some people have $500. It doesn't matter. You got an opportunity now, especially for those that have been thinking about getting into crypto. I mean, my goodness. I mean, look at what's going on. Great opportunity for it. So, watch that video. Came up about 5 o'clock this morning. Yes, I'm up early, right? When most people ain't up early, because I'm over here looking at the markets and making moves while people sleep. That's cool. It's a Saturday morning. Get your rest, right? You may find a better time to trade or to make moves or whatever you want to call it than I do. But I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning. Same way I used to do when I was doing 5 o'clock shows. I'm still up at 5 o'clock every morning. That's when I look at the market. I look at the market at one time a day, about 5 o'clock, and we make some moves. Ain't nothing to do. I don't do nothing. Okay? Just that simple. So any questions you got, guys, any questions, feel free to ask questions. You know, I'll be happy to try answer what I can for you. But we do have opportunities for you that may not be, you may be by yourself. I'm going to share with you guys some moves that you can make, right? I do offer crypto classes right now. There's a link in the description on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, right? Where you can go to our university. There's a code there. You can use that code and you can take a class, a crypto class for 50% off. That's a choice that you can make, right? Most people won't make that choice. Most people won't go to class. Most people won't learn what they don't know. When I have people come to me and like we just went through this whole process, right? Me and my sister went through this whole process about what it takes really to acquire NFT or OpenSea. It's more than you think, right? When I was talking to my sister yesterday, and she was like, I wanted to buy this, and I was on KuCoin, and I didn't know how to do it. It's a little bit more than what you think. And this is what we're kind of waiting on. We're waiting on some new stuff to come out to make all that stuff easier. But until then, right, get it while the getting is good. So some of these things you learn by going to class. Some of these things you learn by joining the fucking group. Some of these things you're not going to learn by yourself because you can't just Google it. And some of the stuff you can't just YouTube. You just got to simply have gone through the process, you know what I'm saying, have learned through experience and able to share with some other people, or you got people that's in your org that can help you. So when my sister reached out today, I said, well, I got somebody I can call about that because they in my org. And I'm going to reach out to them and get the answer so we can make sure that we know how to go ahead and do that. Well, and then she's going to have the answer, and then she's going to be able to share with other people, right, how to do that thing. So these are some of the things that you don't know what you don't know. And there's no way to convince you. I'm at the point in my journey where I'm not here to convince you to take action. I'm not here to convince you to do what I think is best for you. You do what you think is best for you. If you think that being in this crypto space by yourself is what's best for you, I hope it works out for you, right? Now, when you run into a stumbling block and you got a question, just know I'm going to charge you for the answer. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Because you think that it's best for you to operate by yourself, just know that when you in my inbox and you ask me a question, that I'm going to send an invoice, right? So that you know that you're going to pay one way or the other, you're going to pay, right? Because I've had to pay. I've had to take my share of losses or learn my lessons along the way. I've had to pay, and so will you. So just understand that unless you want to go try to figure it out by yourself, which you probably already did, and you couldn't find the answer. But anyway, so classes are available. Consultations are available, right? You can schedule a consultation with me. I'll help you with whatever question that you have, right? I had my sister yesterday. She was like, well, she said, I want to do this. I want to look at this. I want to get my ledger, she said. She said, but I need somebody to walk me through it. I said, well, that's what the consultation is for. If you want to take the time, right, and you want me to walk you through how to set that thing up, and that could be a part of our consultation time, that's what we'll do during the consultation. It's your time. You right? Get what you need out of it. That's what we need to do. That's what we're going to do, right? So some of us, we understand we do need some one-on-one attention, right? Right? We just simply do. I mean, you know what I mean? Those things become invaluable, okay? Am I still doing half off? Yeah. Are you talking about classes? So somebody asked, am I still doing half off for the rest of the year? So again, so I mentioned that, right? So in the description, you'll find a link to where my classes are. In that same description, you'll find a code that's going to give you 50% off or half off for any one class that you decide to take for the rest of the year. Yeah, you can get that. Now, I'm going to be adding a class pretty soon. It's going to be crypto real estate. That won't be in the, that will be new. That won't be in the 50% off, but that'll be added soon. And then we have the BBC, right? That's our crypto club, right? That's we feed information. You're able to kind of catch up on stuff. Maybe you miss videos or whatever. All that stuff is there. You can catch it when you want to catch it. You be in the know as much as you want to be in the know. All right, that's what the club is for. So you can do that as well. We do have meetups. Matter of fact, BBC want to let you guys know that I'm working on 2 different meetups. So we canceled the one we was going to do yesterday. We're going to reschedule that for January. So that'll be our January meetup. And then in February, I'm working on a party bus tour that we can go on. It'd be like a Black History party bus tour. So I think that'll be pretty cool. for us to be able to hang out and do that. So we'll do that in February. So I'm working on 2 different things for our meetups in January and February. And this year in 2022, I'm going to be looking to take our meetups to different cities. Okay. So working on that as well. So we can start traveling a little bit. I know some people can't make it to Atlanta. So we'll travel a little bit. So hopefully we can get closer to wherever you are and meet up with you as well. So I'm still waiting on questions, guys. I'll keep talking. If you got any questions, any crypto questions, feel free to ask. You'll find in the description as well a couple different links. So I've shared with you a Coinbase link, a Crypto.com link, a Vault link, a BlockFi link, and a Ledger link. So 5 different links. Coinbase, great for a place for people who want to get started. Crypto.com, if you want to take Coinbase to another level and get access to a lot of more different coins. Crypto.com. Crypto.com is also building an NFT marketplace. Right. So those are 2 of your centralized exchanges that could be very useful for you to kind of get started. I have Vault. Vault is another is more for once you have accumulated and you want to then begin to get better rates of return or better rewards. I think Vault is a good place. BlockFi, if you get to a place where now you want to start being able to take out loans on your crypto, that's a good place. And then last but certainly not least, Ledger. Listen, for some of you, it's time for you to get some of your crypto off of these exchanges. You do not want to be in a position where one of these exchanges gets hacked and you haven't protected yourself. So I do not have all of my crypto out there in these streets. Right? Ledger is a hardware wallet, what we call a cold storage wallet, for you to be able to protect your wealth. Okay. I can only say it so many times. It's a big step for many, but it's a necessary step. Okay. Can we bring a Bitcoin miner? Sure. We actually, I'm glad you asked, Janelle. I think this Friday, we do have someone in our group who's a Bitcoin miner. We can bring him in. He's actually going to come on Friday and talk. So I'll make sure to ask him about mining and stuff like that. But yeah, I believe this Friday, he'll be speaking. I think we got him set up for this Friday. So I'm just going to confirm with Brother Trey. He'll come speak with us. He'll be on the show on Friday. So yeah, no problem with that. Anybody else got any questions? Okay. So right now there is a sale going on in the crypto land. Do your own research. Hopefully you've already had some stuff on your watch list. You can look to add some of the stuff. I mean, it's on. If you liked it yesterday, you should like it even more today, right? If you liked it yesterday and then it's 15-20% off today, I would think that you would like it even more, right? That makes sense to me. I mean, I go to the mall, I go to my favorite store, I see some outfit that I like, and I'm like, I want to wait till it go on sale. And I go back the next day and it's 20% off, and I'm like, shit, I've been waiting on this sale. I would think that would be a good thing. So that's kind of what you're seeing in crypto right now. You go into the crypto shopping mall and you were like, oh man, I really want to get me some Bitcoin, but I don't want to get it right now. And you come back the next day and it's 20% off. You're like, well, shit, I liked it yesterday when it was more expensive. I like it even more now that it's less expensive, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, I mean, pick your fancy. What I would say is, though, hopefully it's something that's been on your watch list, something that you understand, something that you believe in. If you're not at that point yet, you need to do some more studying. You need to do some more studying. You need to do some more. If you're not at that point yet, where you have found things that you understand and that you believe in, you ain't done enough studying. That's what I can say. Now, how many positions do I hold? I probably hold maybe 12 positions, right? And I'm sitting on 6 figures. I'm only in 12 positions. Matter of fact, who was that I watched yesterday? I think Token Metrics yesterday, and he's in 7 figures. And he was saying, I am spread too thin, and he was at 22 positions. And he was scaling down. He was getting rid of some stuff. So you got 6-figure, 7-figure people talking about, listen, this is too many positions, too much for me to watch, too much for me to study. And we're scaling down, we're liquidating, we're saying, hey, I'm gonna focus on my tried and true stuff. If you in 4 figures and you got 20 positions, I think something wrong. Okay. I mean, that means you just $20 here, $20 there, $20 there. Now I'm not talking about the stuff that you took on Coinbase and you got it for free. And you know what I'm saying? It's just doing what it do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stuff that you took your hard-earned money for, and you went and you took a shot on something, and you just threw, you know what I'm saying, 25 bucks into it. That something sound like that might be something wrong. Okay. We trying to get down and you just spreading yourself out. You think about that for a second. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know? Okay. So in the comments below, I'd love for you to share. Okay. We see how many guys are actually shopping this morning, and you looked there, you said, man, I can't believe this. And you ain't got something. What was on your list? What did you pick up this morning? You said, I got to find a way. I might have to sacrifice a couple of dinners this weekend. We ain't doing steak tonight because, you know what I'm saying? We trying to set ourselves up for the future. So you're going to have to do the steak next week. You had to have a talk with the honey, the husband or the wife, say, hey, we're gonna do steak and lobster tonight. But crypto went on sale. So let's do this. And we just, you know what I'm saying, we cook at home tonight. We'll go out next week after crypto bounces back. Hey, sometimes you gotta make some executive decisions in your financial household. You gotta make some executive, man. Link, oh my goodness. Link again. People be sleeping on Link. I grabbed some Link too. Link was represented 25% off. It is necessary, you know, in the crypto space. It's a slow mover, but you know, it wouldn't represent 25% down. I said I had to grab me some more Link. CRO, I thought about. I didn't have enough capital to spread back over to my CRO position, but I definitely get that. Picking up some CRO today. You know, I believe it's going to be probably eventually the top, crypto exchange in America. I could see that happening. They're doing a lot over in the CRO space. They're doing good with marketing as well. It's probably going to bounce back gangbusters when it bounces back as well. Anybody else? You picked some stuff up today. You went shopping. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Brady. Keep it simple. Like somebody over in one of the groups, Mr. Brady, was like, I'm just getting started. I'm new here. You know, so where do I start? I said, listen. Listen. Where do you start? You start with Bitcoin. Listen. Here's what I said to him. I said, you know what? I just do what billionaires are doing. What are billionaires buying right now? Billionaires are buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay? El Salvador just picked up another 150 Bitcoin, right, at 48,000 this morning. So they must got somebody watching this stuff. So El Salvador picked up some more Bitcoin. I said, a country is buying Bitcoin. Why not me? So that's when I went shopping this morning, the very first thing I bought was Bitcoin, by the way. Okay, I bought Bitcoin, but that's automatic for me. I forget to talk about it sometimes because I'm not sitting here thinking that people want to hear me tell them I bought Bitcoin when I buy Bitcoin all the time. But at any rate, yeah, Mr. Brady, hey, right on point. Keep it simple. If you don't do anything else, yeah, it's hard to go wrong with Bitcoin. Somebody, oh, look at this. Somebody out here doing the thing. Ethereum, Matic, Mana, CRO. So Ethereum, again, that's one of those you kind of have to have. You gotta have to kind of have Ethereum if you want to kind of participate. Listen, I want some of you guys must understand this. Some of you guys don't really know this because you might just be straight investors. But crypto, it's a word. It's called cryptocurrency. Some of you guys are investing in the crypto without actually using what you invested in as a currency. I want you guys to understand this. I mean, hear me very clear. There's a lot of money available to those who actually participate with their crypto, who actually use it as a currency. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing that I don't necessarily have to go invest in or buy because I'm actually using the currency to do other things with in that particular ecosystem. That's deeper down the rabbit hole. You don't really get into that stuff unless you're in some type of crypto group or something like that where they're talking about, man, here's what you can do with this Matic. Here's some stuff that you can do with this ADA. Here's what you can do with this algo. And here's how you can make more returns or bigger, higher yields if you participate in the ecosystem. That's a little bit much for some of you, but some of you guys really have not. You may see it as a currency now that you see some of these big corporations accepting Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum as payment. But let me tell you something. When you dive into the ecosystems and that takes some study and some research, you start finding some new stuff that you can do with the currency. So I mentioned the NFT, OpenSea. You kind of have to have Matic. You kind of have to have Ethereum. So why not buy it when it's on sale, right? Mana and CRO, I got you. Right? Somebody's on 4K in with 18% plan to scale back to 7 when things bounce back. Okay, yeah. Hey, man, yes, hold on to it. Try to make sure you try to get some profit out of it and scale down. Makes sense. All right. Still looking at buying more Bitcoin, but I'm looking at stable coin. You don't need to look at stable coins right now. It ain't time to stabilize, right? It ain't time to stabilize. It's time for growth, right? You don't need to look at stable. I mean, I guess unless that's your strategy, I don't know why you would be buying a stable coin right now. Because if you're buying low to sell high, you only get the stable coins when you're selling high. Right now, we're in buy low mode. So I don't know what you would be doing with the stable coin right now, unless you're just a straight passive investor and you're just getting 8 to 10% on your stable coin position. But this is an opportunity to be moving from stable coins into some positions so you can ride a wave up, so then you can then sell those positions to then capitalize on profit from your positions back into stable coin. Okay. Yeah, it does move it. Yeah, that's right, Ms. Ray. We thought that Ethereum was going to decouple, but everything moves with Bitcoin. So it's the head honcho. Somebody bought some more Bitcoin, Ethereum, Gala, okay, and CRO. Okay, so 2 foundational positions, 2 aggressive position. That Gala is pretty aggressive, but I can see that, man. If that thing pop off for you, pretty good. I took your tip and I'm getting Bitcoin from Cash App. Absolutely. That's what I did this morning. What crypto card would I recommend? Well, 2 of those cards you can get. I mean, I have 2 different, I had 3 different cards. I still need to check on my, what is it called? Is it Bybit? I don't know what it was. I had a card. They kind of left for a while. They're back now. I got to check. I got to get your name. But I mean, I use a Coinbase card, and I use a BlockFi card. So as far as, well, that's what I do. So with my Coinbase, what I do is when I stabilize, I may put some of my stable coins over into my Coinbase account just simply so I could spend. So I could pay my gas bill, or I could buy something or do something with. And then with that card, I'm able to get 1% cash back in Bitcoin. So while I'm spending my stable coin profits, I'm also earning 1% back in Bitcoin, which is something that I really want to own. So that's how I'm strategizing with my crypto card. But if you're with CRO, get a CRO card. If you're with Nexo, get a Nexo card. I guess whatever platform you're really using, it will make sense if they have a card available for you to use that card, because it's going to be easy for you to kind of maneuver, so to speak. All right. Kevin said, I do not. So someone asked, do I have any opinion on various AI driven trading? But I do not. I'm not. I'm more of an investor than a trader. I'm not trying to catch tops and bottoms. I'm just accumulating and getting rich. So I don't really have any recommendations for you there. But if you find something that you come across, and I'm also very leery. I'm telling you guys, I've been in this space long enough to have had, have lost some stuff based upon me putting my money or putting my capital into someone else's hands. So I'm very, very leery about that stuff. I know there's some reputable companies out there and all that good stuff, but I'm pretty good at what I do, so I don't really use bots. So I just don't. So yeah, there's a waiting list. I get that. There's a waiting list for the Coinbase card. I got you. Again, I'm on BlockFi. You may try there. CRO, you may try there as well. It may have come down to your relationship with them as well. If you haven't been on them for a while, I mean, I got on the wait list a long time ago. So as soon as they became available, I did that. Yes. So that's interesting. So trading bots are coded, right? So say, for example, this is what she means by they're coded. I could create a bot that will trade based upon my specifications, right? This Crystal Hill said Uphold's card is easy to get if you're on Uphold. So I can basically say, hey, when positions drop 10%, go and buy, or when they are up 15%, go and sell. So the trading pot will be programmed to operate based upon my specifications, right? So that's kind of how I could do that. But I could do I don't know. I could just set limit orders and do that same thing and say, hey, I bought this at, but I guess it takes the manual work out of it. But I think I like the manual work. Here's the reason why I like the manual work. The manual work and actually doing the trades myself or setting them up myself helps me learn more. When you take out the manual portion, you really reduce your learning curve. Right? Does that make any sense? Right? So for example, like when Stash came out and people were using Acorns and Stash to try to invest, that takes away the learning curve. You're not really learning anything. You just, hey, these few pennies are going towards to invest for me, but I'm not really learning how to invest myself. So if that's the case, then, hopefully it works out for you, but I just value education. So I'd rather me learn and take the lumps and then quite possibly use a trading bot based upon my specifications, because now I learn what works for me, versus going to a trading bot and I don't know how to trade. I don't know how to invest. And I hope that it does a good job for me. And I'm not and that will be what I would call a prisoner of hope. You're hoping something else is going to help you, is going to make you rich. Or you're hoping something else is going to help you get wealth. And there's nothing wrong with that, Brother Garris or Miss Wilson. I'm just saying that's my perspective on it. So I would first say get your education and learn how to trade before you start using bots to try and trade for you, because you won't know how to tweak the bot. You won't even know what to do. You're going to be calling somebody to help you tweak it, and I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it. So what's my one-on-one consult availability for the week of the 13th? I don't know yet. Let me see. What is that? Is that not next week? That's the week after? Let me pull up the calendar here. Probably the same. I know I'll be available on Friday. I just don't know whether I'll be available on Wednesday or Thursday, but probably Thursday or Friday. So, but if a Friday works, then we can set it up for Friday, Debbie. Okay. So what? How long? 48 minutes. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Hopefully, this is helpful. Sometimes I just got to come and just speak to you guys, and without showing you a whole bunch of stuff with positions and stuff like that. Great question. Okay. So if you're spread too thin, I can help you with that, Kevin. So, all right. So if you're spread too thin with just small amounts, less than 50, do you recommend liquidating reposition into your core position, or just move forward, concentrate on that core and let those others just grow as is without adding extra to them? My first response would be I would probably liquidate into my core positions, because if they're my core positions, I'm assuming that I understand them very well, and I'm just especially for right now, right? If I were to cut my losses, or these small, I don't even know if they're losses, but I would be doing all I can to buff up my core positions. I would be doing all I can to make my foundation firm. That would be my initial response to that. If they are winning for you, but you can do either or. These small amounts don't really, unless you combine them together, they're not really. So I can see either or. I would probably liquidate after a recovery. I'll wait on the recovery, then I would liquidate. So hopefully I'm liquidating from powerful positions or winning positions, and then I will buff up my core. But I will probably, after I liquidate, go and stabilize, because now the whole market is probably recovered. I would probably stabilize into some stable coins and then wait on another opportunity to buff up my my core positions. That's what I would probably do. So be patient, liquidate after after a bounce back, stabilize, and then now you have capital available to go back into your core positions when opportunity presents itself. Kevin, I'm not a technical person. I've been procrastinating at the beginning due to concerns about securing my purchases. That is different, right? So now if you're talking about trading or bots, that's different than this. So Kevin, very first thing I recommend people to do is dollar cost average Bitcoin. That helps you to stop procrastinating. So if you have Cash App, go to Cash App, you know what I'm saying? Buy some Bitcoin today, $25, $50, $100, whatever you can afford, right? And then set up a some type of recurring buy. That way, as you procrastinate, your money is still doing its thing. You're still out there accumulating even while you procrastinate. So that kills the procrastination. So how many guys have actually done that? Right now, for those that are not in the club, you don't know that that's step number one. That's the very first thing I tell people to do. Go buy Bitcoin, dollar cost average. If you have done that, put in the comments below DCA, right? So even while I procrastinate, see, here's the thing. It takes you out of the equation. It takes you out of the equation. You no longer are killing your own self or your own dreams, your own prosperity. You say, hey, at least I got started, and it's happening every week or every 2 weeks or every month. And then when I feel more comfortable, when I'm really ready to take some type of real action, I'm gonna go look over here at my account, and I'm gonna be like, wow, a month has passed, and now I got $200 in this account, and I didn't even know that it was happening. You didn't even, because it's out of sight, out of mind, right? So when I looked at my Cash App this morning, because I still do this, I looked at my Cash App this morning, I went over to my Bitcoin, and I saw $1,000. I was like, wow, where did $1,000 come from? But here's the thing. It's the same thing that happens on the side of you spending. If you were really to calculate how much money you spend on stupid stuff every week, you would be amazed how much money you spend if you added it all up. You'd be like, damn, I did not realize I just spent $700 on some bullshit. I did not realize it, but it just happened. It just kind of flowed out of your wallet, flowed off of your credit card, flowed off of your Cash App, whatever it is you use, because you went to get some gas, but then you had to get some donuts. And then you had to get some donuts, you went up to the McDonald's next door, you bought a full course meal. For some strange reason, because you're not tracking it, you don't realize how much money you spend on bullshit. But see the same thing over here. Because you're not really looking at it, you're not going to realize how wealthy you're getting on autopilot. So that's what I would say. That's going to alleviate your procrastination. So here's the question, Mr. Garris, right? Are you going to take step number one today, like right now? Or are you going to just go do it? And you can say, I no procrastinating. I did it. You don't have to be set up an account. Cash App is pretty secure, right? You can set up a Cash App account. It's pretty simple, right? Somebody can drop their link and you can use a link and you can be good to go. It's not, I get you, cyber theft is there, but you're not at the, listen, Mr. Garris, I get what you're saying. Well, here's the truth, okay? Here's the truth. You haven't got started yet, Ms. Garris. So once you get started, if I was a criminal, right? Where would I be trying to steal from? I'm going to try to steal from the $10,000 account. I'm not going to try to steal from the $100 account. Okay? So I mean, but if I was a really good criminal, I'd try to get it all. But crypto is pretty secure. That's the reason why cryptocurrency is so valuable, because of its security. Now they can hack some exchanges and stuff like that, but just get started, and then we'll help you get on over here to some more secure stuff, right? So that you can catch up on tech. And then if you got children or some people that's a little bit younger than you around you, they'll be able to help you as well. But here's the key, though. Here's the key. I want you to, here's the thing, Mr. Garris. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I want you to stop making excuses. Right? You're making excuses for your procrastination. That's why you procrastinate. You want to do it, but your excuse is, well, I'm not technical. It's a click of a button to download an app. So you don't have to be technical to do that. Then you say, well, hey, I'm so concerned about cyber though. So now there's fear. So you're scared about You're scared about your house being blown down by the big bad wolf, and I'm telling you to build a strong house. Let me say that again for the people in the back. This is what fear looks like. I'm concerned that my house is going to be blown down by the big bad wolf. But I don't really have to concern myself if I build my house with bricks. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to convince you to do, and anybody else, is to build a firm foundation. So even if the wolf comes to blow your house down, it ain't going nowhere. Okay? Right? That's why we talk about the ledger, for you to be able to secure and protect your crypto when you get to that point. But you don't have any crypto, it ain't nothing to protect. Does that make any sense? Okay? So hopefully that helps. I'm just trying to get you to get started, brother. I'm just really because you know how many people have been saying the same thing for years. I wanted to get started in crypto. It was 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. It's about to be 2022. Okay? Everybody putting out, so start. Just get started. Even if it's $25, start. If somebody steal your $25, you ain't really, I mean, that shouldn't hurt you too much. It's like, hey, right? I took a chance. They got my 25. That's all they're going to get. Okay? Okay? Start. How much do I charge for crypto consultation? $150 for an hour if you are not a member of our club. Okay? All right. Any other questions? Start. Gotta get started. You ain't gotta be great to get started, but you gotta get started in order to be great. Okay. Let's see here. So Friday, got you, Debbie. Yeah, let's connect and get a time. But I'll lock you in for next for the, I guess that's the third, that's the 17th, I believe. Today's the 4th, Saturday, 3rd, 10, 17th. Yeah, the 17th. Okay. And hopefully that helped, Mr. Garris. Hopefully that helped. I'm just here to help, brother. I'm not here to, I'm hopefully here to encourage you, right? Because I had same trepidation. When I got started, I didn't know what I know today. And, but I started and because I got started and I got over the fear of, this new asset class. And 4 years ago, we didn't know, it definitely was even more scarier than it is now. I'm in a position I'm in today because I started 4 years ago. My mentor, Warren Buffett, says this. He says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant that tree is now. Everybody put in console now. Let me say that again. The best time to plant a tree. Now, what does the tree represent? The tree represents growth. The tree represents wealth. The tree represents shade for the next generation and the generation after that, right? The tree represents your financial inheritance. He said the best time to plant that tree was 20 years ago. Now, some of you guys that are into farming or into kind of how long stuff takes. How long does it take an apple tree to grow before it actually produces the first apple, right? So 20 years ago was the best time to start investing. 20 years ago was the best time to get started. But the second best time is now, because now is all you got. See, 20 years ago, we obviously Bitcoin wasn't even around, or crypto wasn't around 20 years ago. Stocks was, and some of us didn't know about stocks, didn't learn about stocks, nobody taught us about financial literacy and all that good stuff and how to make our money grow. So we can look back and say, I wish we would have known this 20 years ago, but we didn't. Well, that's fine. That's 20 years ago. What about now? Well, now I know. Now I have an opportunity. Now I have access. Now I got people around. Now I got a show like this. Now is all I got. What am I going to do now? And here's what Jack Ma said. Jack Ma is the CEO of Alibaba. Here's what he said, and I quote. He said, here's the problem with poor people. Poor people are always waiting. He said they're always waiting. You tell them this, they're going to wait. You tell them this, they're going to wait. It don't matter what the scenario is, that an opportunity comes across their pathway, they are going to wait. He said that's the difference. Poor people are always waiting. Wealthy people take action. Now. All right. So anyway, anybody got anything else for me? Again, if you want to take a class, you can do that. The link is in the description. right? You want to set up a consultation. You want to have a conversation about your portfolio, see what we need to do that's going to fit you, right? So that you can have a plan on how you're going to attack the market. If that's something that you need, you reach out to me. We'll set up a consultation for it. And then obviously we have the freaking club, right? Join the club, the Black Billionaires Club. Simply go to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. We're doing a lot of things over there as well. And we're working together, right? That's the thing. We're working together. Okay. So if you say, hey, I'm tired of moving by myself, right? I went fast, but I ran out. But now I want to get with a crew that can help me. So when I get tired, we can still keep on running. Well, that's what the Black Billionaires Club is for. And you can choose to join us at any particular time while we have slots available. It won't be always open. So it is a pretty exclusive club. Okay. Anyway, I'm your OCRGJ, certified global financial educator, starting from scratch. This is normally something I would do in a private group, but I wanted to kind of speak to everybody this Saturday since we have some stuff going on in the crypto space. And I'm glad that I did, because I was able to help with Mr. Garris out and talk to Brother Brady and Mr. Wilson as well. Do you help an individual set up their own account? Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Royally Tam, I'll help you set up your own account as well. I think that, I would say, I don't know if you want, if you want a consultation for that, that's cool. But that will be my Crypto 101 class. So it's going to be cheaper for you to take that class. And then, and then you get 50% off that class. So it'll be cheaper for you to take that class and get it set up. And then if you have any questions after that, we can set up a consultation. But if you want to just, sit with me and have the consultation, that's fine as well. Either way, I'll be able to help you. Some people, it works best for them to kind of have a walkthrough. For some people, they say, hey, let me take this class and I'll just do all the steps. It's totally up to you. But yeah, I'll help you set up your own account. I want you to have your own account. I really do. Not just for you, but for your legacy's sake. Okay. All right, beautiful people, man. Well, hey, it's a super scintillating Saturday. It's a shopping Saturday in the crypto space. And I'm your host, ERGJ, certified global financial educator. I want to say thanks so much. If you got anything out of today, you got any value out of what we shared today, let me get some hand claps in the chat to show that you appreciate someone, right? Didn't charge you anything. Didn't cost you anything to join us here today. But you are here and you are hopefully getting some value out of what we have discussed this morning. So feel free to give us some hand claps in the chat. How much is the cost of class? I have different classes available, Jackie, in my university. So you'll find a link in the description. And then there's a code that you can use for 50% off. Classes typically run $50 to $75. I think my next class that I'm coming out is going to be $100, but you're roughly, 50 to $60. So if you get 50% off a $50 class, it's $25 for you to take a class, and $25 to learn what I don't know that can lead me to wealth. I'd sign up for that. Okay. I wouldn't hesitate, but I'm different. I'm just different. I'm just a different person. I said, well, shoot, let me go ahead and take that $25 class right now. Anyway, I want you guys to remember this, man. It takes a village. It starts with us. Let's keep building as we climb together. Well, all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, all we really need, and thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. It's time for that Black Billionaires Club promo. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll catch up with you soon. Oh, yeah.